there's no reason why he wouldn't hit if with the Atlanta Falcons he was rated as the fourth best offensive center in the league.
You know what'll be disappointing?
Let's keep it going.
If come the offseason program, he's a no-show. The Bears have been there, done that with this regime and some of the players they've gone after. Again, what they're doing now makes a little bit more sense. I think it is.
I'm going to choose to focus on the now and the future and the positive as opposed to thinking about what the hell they've done in the past.
I think it makes them a better football team. What does that really mean at the end of the day? You know, when we get to the end of week 17, week 18, next year, I don't know. I'm not predicting. I will never again predict the Bears to win 10 games ever. You know,
no, either will I.
They go out and do it. Great.
I already know what's happening. I've got them locked in at 7. That's it.
I almost don't care what they do.
I don't care what happens this offseason. Until I see it on the field, it won't matter. 7-11. Guys, rack me. Put that in there for the prediction for this year. It's not going to change.
7-10. You hold off on the 7-11.
I've given them an extra loss
in a couple more years.
Deserve to be punished.
But I do think a lot of what they've done makes a little bit more sense, and I think if you're looking at them on paper, and I'd say somewhat objectively, they would appear to be a better team. You're a better football team with Joe Thuney at, for sure. When you're the Bears, when you think about the way the O-line performed last year and at times the year before that, they're better with Joe Thuney. Period, end of story.
Period, end of story.
I think they'll be better with Drew Dalman, too. And probably Jackson. That's more because I like the coach and he's in the honeymoon phase, and I'll defer to his knowledge a little bit and a player that he knows very well. So guard to guard, you fixed one of your big weaknesses in a week. You fixed one of your biggest weaknesses on your football team in a week, guard to guard.
Yeah, your offensive line.
You think they're going to be better, and I can guarantee you they're somewhat better with Joe Thuney on their team. That much. Yeah. That's the one guarantee I feel comfortable making. I probably won't make many others on the Bears, nor should we. They don't deserve blind faith. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt.
Nothing.
But they're a better team. They're a better offensive line adding Joe Thuney.
Yes.
Even if that's very short term.
Yes. And Dalman's the guy we earmarked.
Yeah.
He was the only center that was available, so the whole world earmarked him to the Chicago Bears. The only question mark was going to be the price. $14 million a year, 3 years, $42 million. Doesn't matter what you guarantee. You hope the kid comes in and he hits a home run. You're looking at some point maybe, hey, we give him another contract because he solidified the position that much.
Yeah.
That's what you'd be hoping for if you're a Bear fan. So that's what you're excited for. Now there's time to address the other side.
Drew Dalman doesn't turn 27 until October. So, yeah, you're right, Yerk. I mean, that could be, if you did this one right, that's
27,
a player.
20, 29.
You know, you could give another play.
3 more years, 30, 31, 32.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't mind doing that if the kid hits.
Right.
And there's no reason why he wouldn't hit if with the Atlanta Falcons he was rated as the fourth best offensive center in the league.
You know what'll be disappointing?
Let's keep it going.
If come the offseason program, he's a no-show. The Bears have been there, done that with this regime and some of the players they've gone after. That would be disappointing.
That'd be a problem. That'd be problematic.
So fingers crossed when they get to the off-season program, we don't hear, well, Drew Dalman's a veteran. He doesn't have to be here. What?
No.
That would be problematic and concerning, as we've documented in the past.
The same reasons we've always said it. You got to be able to communicate. You got to be able to talk the talk. You got to be able to talk the game when you're there. You've got to be able to see it, and you've got to be able to see it for everybody, and then communicate it with everybody what you think is happening on the other side of the football. That needs to happen. Stunts need to happen. You need to feel it. You need to know how to pass it off, what they look like. We'll identify the players that are near the line of scrimmage for the guys that are being blocked by who. That all needs to happen. It doesn't happen overnight. That communication is going to take place over the course of the offseason, the OTAs, when you get to camp. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that type of communication between all parties.
Yeah, time to get to work here in short order. So we're here with you live and local for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. It's Carmen and Jurko now. Waddle and Sylvie will get you home a little bit later. Bleck and Abdallah until 8, all over the start of NFL free agency. The legal tampering window is open. You had a flurry of moves yesterday with guys either staying with their team or some of the vested veterans that had been released that were able to already negotiate and sign with other teams. You know, you had that happen yesterday a little bit too, like the Devontae Adams signing is a prime example of that. The Harold Landry signing.
Where'd Devontae go?
The Rams. He is Harold Landry is reunited with Mike Vrabel in New England. I would have thought that would have been an interesting one for the Bears to pursue.
How does Cooper feel? How does Cooper feel out there?
I think he knows he's getting traded. I mean, that's been talked about all offseason. I don't know when or how that
when
happens.
you signed Tutu Atwell.
Yes, they did.
To a $10 million contract. Then you signed Devontae, and I don't know what they paid him.
23 a year. 2 years,
if
$46 million.
If I'm Cooper Kupp, I've been replaced. Puka's there. I'm gone. The other guy there is Jefferson, right?
No.
Who's that, Van
Jordan
Johnson?
The kid they drafted last year.
Yeah. Either way.
From Texas.
I'm looking at it going to myself, oh, boy, you're going to get released.
Yeah.
Why would I trade for somebody? There ain't no room at the inn for him. He's like Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem. There ain't no fleece for his head. Poor Cooper Kupp. He's going to be out in the manger somewhere, okay? That's where our man's going to be.
How you spin these metaphors.
So I am not, if I'm anybody, trading for Cooper Kupp. That's just reality. When I see it happen, I think about it, I got to say it, so I apologize. Cooper Kupp is not being traded for. Cooper Kupp will be a June 1 release, and somebody's going to be able to bring him on their football team as a veteran receiver that might still have a little bit of juice in there.
Yeah, you're saying why would a team trade for him when they know what the inevitability is?
We just watched it happen.
Yeah.
It's in front of my eyes.
Yes.
There's no way in the world they can keep him.
No, they don't want to keep him. They have no intention of keeping him.
Why would I trade for a guy that they're not going to keep? I will wait patiently and then sign him.
And the other big thing we're going to track here today is this Trey Hendrickson situation. And is it a little bit more muddied when you look at the contract that Myles Garrett got? I mean, I think we knew Myles Garrett was going to get that, though, at the end of the day, didn't we? I mean, we kind of predicted last week after the Max Crosby deal had been done. That's a little over $36 million AAV. I mean, you knew Myles was going to get 38 or 40 million.
It was going to be up there.
Yeah, I don't know how much it affects the Hendrickson negotiations going forward. If he wanted 30 and now he's asking for 34, do you settle on 32? Is he saying, F that? I want every bit of my 35 or 36 million. I'm the one with 35 sacks the last 2 years. Pay me. I don't know. I mean, that's another thing to follow and track. I thought that might have been done ahead of the window opening today. It still has not been done. If you want to join us, you can. And we got Bears calls rolling in already. We're going to start taking your calls when we come back. 312-332-3776. I know we've been here before, Bears fans. I mean, I get it. And you can be excited. You can temper your enthusiasm. However you feel about it, you can let us know. We've been here before, though. And more often than not, it's produced very little when the regular season rolls around and push comes to shove. That said, are you a little bit encouraged and a little bit more positive maybe than you have been the last couple of off seasons about the way the Bears have gone about their business to start? 312-332-ESPN. That's the phone number. We're all over the start of free agency. It's Carmen and Jurko. We'll be right back.